Now we will take up grant number 16. Sri Preston-Tinsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, to move, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on the recommendation of the Governor, I beg, sir, to move that a sum not exceeding 1,285 crores 43,000, including the sum of devoted on account for the relevant services, be granted to the Minister in charge to defray certain charges, which will come in the course of payment during the year ending 31st March 2024 for the administration of the Head 2055 Police, 2070 Other Administrative Services, 2216 Housing, 4055 Capital Outlay on Police.
Motion moved. Now there is one cut motion against this grant tabled jointly by Sri Arden M. Basamoy, MLA, and Dr. Celestine Lingdo, MLA. Anyone may kindly move.
Sir, I beg to move that the total provision of 1,285 crores 43,000 on the grant number 16 Major Head 2055 Police at page 173 of budget be reduced to ₹1. That is the amount of the whole grant of ₹1,285 crore 42,000 do stand reduced to ₹1.
Motion moved. Now you may initiate discussion.
Sir, I would like to thank you for allowing me to move this motion. Sir, before I proceed with my submission, in fact, I would like to place on record that I would like to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister for having pleased to recognize my absence yesterday and did not recognize the absence of his own minister. So, we are given 10 minutes in the budget discussion, and we are being given 10 minutes in the debate on the governor address, and we are expected to stay put in one place for more than 3 hours. I think that is not fair. So, sir, coming to the cut motion that we have submitted, we would like to discuss the style and functioning of police department. So, it is very sad indeed that the image of the police department is in a very poor light. Remarks from the Honorable High Court every time about the failure of the police department to work or to carry out its work has really been a matter of concern for each one of us. Sir, we have seen and we have just heard what our honorable member from Umsning, Dr. Celestine Lingdo, that in Meghalaya we have another tribe. We fail to understand as to why the police could not see the movement of coal-laden trucks and can manage to nab the drugs trafficker. So, we would like to know who is responsible for this poor image of the police department. We know that the police department is one of the most important machinery, and without the police department, the government cannot maintain law and order, the government cannot regulate traffic movement, the government cannot provide security to its citizens, the government cannot tackle crimes. But sir, the question is, why is the police department is in this present state of affairs, where no one seems to have faith in the police department? Sometimes I feel it is too much on the part of the people to blame the police personnel only. The government will try to run away from responsibility. The government will try to find a way how to shake away from the responsibility. And the government is not at all concerned about the problem faced by the police department. Sir, it is like applying salt to the wound, sir, to see that the Honorable High Court had expressed its loss of confidence on the performance of the state police and therefore asked for the CISF to be replaced in the state of Meghalaya as far as the checking of illegal coal transportation in the state is concerned. So my question is whether this CSIF will really come to the state or not. And if they come, what will be the responsibility of the state police? So, to blame the police personnel for all the failure is not right, sir. We remember that our state police department, the performance, how this department neutralized the militancy in the state when the dreaded HNLC and ANBC were at its peak. So how can we believe that the same police force who can neutralize these dreaded militants in the state and are responsible for bringing back normalcy to the state of Meghalaya will not be able to arrest the former General Secretary of the HNLC alive, especially when he was at his sick bed, sir. Sir, according to the observation of the retired Justice T. Vaifei, and in his report submitted and even placed before the House, he observed, sir, that his finding is that the tactical team 1 in carrying out the operation to arrest the deceased at his residence on August 13, 2021 at about 3 a.m. was culpable of thoughtless and excessive use of force, which resulted in the death of the deceased, late Cherister Field. Thank you. Sir, further he said that in his considered view, the post facto excuse that none but the deceased was hurt cannot be a valid justification for carrying out the operation hastily and in a reckless manner by the tactical team 1. So I am sure that if the police department is given a free hand to deal with this specific case, the former General Secretary of the HLC would have been caught alive, because I have the trust in the police personnel of the state. However, sir, due to the excessive interference on the part of the political master, police personnel are not given a chance to deal with the case independently. Sir, the people of Maulai, the family members of late Chesterfield, till today, they are still awaiting for justice. You have tabled the report on the floor of the House. What action has been taken as a following up to the report? Sir, I don't have any doubt that the police of Meghalaya can deal with this issue easily. They have received medals after medals for their excellent performance. And who will believe that the police will not be able to arrest late Chesterfield, thank you, alive? Who gave the order to eliminate late Chesterfield, thank you? I am sure that no police personnel will have the courage to kill a person if there is no order given to that police person. So may I request the government in this particular case not to find a scapegoat, a small chap to fix the responsibility. I can say that this is the complete failure on the part of those who are at the helm of affairs. Those who are at the helm of affairs must take the responsibility. If the government cannot come out clean on this issue, remember that the blood is in the hands of MDA-1. You have to come out clean. And in the process of coming out clean, I don't want that you will find a scapegoat by trying to fix the responsibility on this, fix the responsibility to the people who are supposed to simply obey the orders of the government. Sir, we have seen in the statement of the Chief Minister while addressing the House on the budgets that the government speaks about the modernization of the police department. We are yet to see how the state police will work under that plan, sir. Because, sir, we have seen the misusing of police personnel by members belonging to the ruling side, where one minister, one member belonging to the ruling side will manage to have 15, 16 police personnel. Therefore, denying the right of the people of the state to get the best service from the police department. So, I want to be specific in my cut motion. So, I would like to therefore ask a clarification from the Honorable Minister in charge Home. Who is responsible and who gave the order to eliminate late Sheriff Thank You on that day, and whether the government will own the responsibility for its failure to arrest late Chesterfield Thank You alive. And I would also like to know from the Honorable Minister in charge Home, when will the people of Maulai, when will the family members of late Chesterfield Thank You get justice? So with these few words, sir, I resume my seat.
Be brief in your statement and be specific, since this is a cut motion.
We will try, sir. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this cut motion that has been brought by Honorable MLA Sri Arden Basayamoit. It is brought jointly with me, of course. So when we talk about the police, the men in uniform, enough has been said. Beyond their inability to do policing on the new tribe, if we look at the police force as a team, they are doing a wonderful work. Be it maintaining the traffic in our streets, be it doing duties at odd hours, and any requirements that the state require out of them. The only pity is that they are not allowed to be efficient in certain areas. So my humble appeal is to whoever ties them down, my earnest appeal is, please set them free. Let the police do their work that they are meant to do. And in adding to that, I would like to bring one serious concern of this group. All these years, the police force, the men and women in uniform, have been duly compensated for all the hard works, for all the holidays forgone, by being compensated with 1 month's basic pay in a year. But what we have learned now is that even though they have given a lot of sacrifices for their holidays forgone, they are only paid a meager sum of around 5,000, if I'm not mistaken, for 1 year. 5,000 for all the hard work that they do, I feel is an insult. If we compare staffs, officers who are in offices, staffs doing clerical kind of jobs, every Saturday is holiday, every Sunday is a holiday, every designated holidays is holiday. But all these three lists are not included for our men in uniforms. So my appeal here, through you, sir, to the Honorable Home Minister in charge, police, to see into their grievances. At least let us acknowledge the hard work, the sacrifices that they have made, and let us compensate them commensurating with the sacrifices that they have made. Let us not insult them. And my last appeal again is, set our police force free and let them do their job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other member? If there is no other member to participate, may I request Deputy Chief Minister in charge to reply, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, at the outset, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the honorable members, Sri Arden Basayamoit, MLA from Nongkaram Swansea, and Dr. C. Lingdo, honorable MLA from Kumsning, who jointly moved this motion in this August House to discuss the style and functioning of police department. Sir, before I touch the points raised by the honorable members who moved this motion, I would like to read the historical background of the police force. Sir, Meghalaya Police, which is the sentinels of law in the state, has been pivotal in bringing about peace, prosperity and progress in the abode of clouds. Throughout the 50 years journey of the state, Meghalaya Police has overcome the challenges of insurgency, agitations, riots, heinous criminal activities, border conflicts, and many other things. The valor and courage exhibited by the officials of the department while tackling these challenges has not only received conferment of distinguishable awards from the state government, but has also received nationwide recognition. The police department is headed by an officer of the rank of Director General of Police, and under his command and control are several other police officers of the rank of IGP, DIGs, SPs, commandants holding charge of various officers. Sir, as on 31st January 2023, the actual strength of Meghalaya Police is 14,081. The police department is broadly divided into police ranges, district executive force, battalions, and various other units. At present, there are two ranges, which are Eastern and Western Range, headed by an officer of the rank of DIG. 12 district executive force, which are headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police. 7 battalions, including the elite unit Special Force 10, which are headed by a commandant. There are 7 units within the police department, which are the Special Branch, Crime Investigation Department, Directorate of Anti-Infiltration, Fire and Emergency Services, Police Training School, Meghalaya Police Academy, Meghalaya Police Radio Organization, and the Law and Order Branch. Sir, the district executive forces, battalion and units perform specific functions as mandated by the Meghalaya Police Act 2010, which came into force in the month of February 2010. Sir, coming to the functions and duties of the district executive force, it is imperative to elaborate that
Excuse me, sir, point of order. So, sir, since we have very limited time, may I request the...
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, sir, the point of order, the rule, specifically has to mention under what rule the point of order is being brought in. So, point of order cannot be just brought in randomly. So, the Honourable Member may specifically state what the point of order is, which rule, under which rule, sir.
So, point of order, the rule 300. Sir, is a point of order.
So the point of order rule says that a member cannot raise a point of order for an explanation of his position or other aspects. It has to be a point of order shall relate to the interpretation or enforcement of these rules or such articles of the Constitution as to regulate the House, sir. So which particular rule is he referring to, is what I'm saying, sir.
So my request is that since the time is limited,
sir, point of order cannot be based on request, sir, is what I'm trying to say. So there are rules to be followed. Sir. One member cannot just simply get up and put a point of order. Sir. Let the point of order be based on the rules, sir.
Besides the
so you cannot just get up and ask for explanation on point of order, sir. That's my point. You're completely making a mockery out of the system, sir.
No, we are not.
We are saying that they're saying that the rules should be followed and they're not following the rules
also, sir, please.
So let him give a point of order.
Go by tradition and convention also. I've been in this house, sir, for 10 years.
Sir, the rules are clear.
Go by the rules.
A point of order shall relate to interpretation of or enforcement of a rule, sir.
Please allow
sir, coming to the functions and duties of the district executive force, it is imperative to elaborate that the district executive force is divided into 2 main divisions, which are the unarmed branch and the armed branch. Sir, the unarmed branch deals mainly with investigation of cases, regulation and management of traffic, and ensuring smooth functioning of police station, police outposts, and beat houses. Whereas the armed branch deals specifically with maintaining of peace and tranquility, ensuring safety and security of the people, protecting life and properties of the common citizen. Sir, within the district executive force, there are several other branches or sub-offices such as the district special branch, the crime branch, reserve office, motor transport office, quartermaster office, and regional branch. Furthermore, sir, within these 12 district executive forces, there are 78 police stations, including 2 crime branch police stations, 40 police outposts, 7 border outposts, and 7 beat houses, and each of these police units are manned by an officer of the rank of police inspector or sub-inspector. Sir, across these police stations, 2,942 cases were registered in the year 2022 alone, and 1,442 cases have been charge sheeted within the same year. Sir, as mentioned earlier, there are 7 battalions within the state, out of which 2 battalions are state armed police battalions, which are the 1st MLP battalion, having its headquarters at Maoyong, and the 2nd MLP battalion having its headquarters at Gorgare. 4 battalions of the state are also known as Indian Reserve Battalions, and these are the 3rd MLP Battalion, Samseng, 4th MLP Battalion, Sopian, 5th MLP Battalion, Samanda, and the 6th MLP Battalion, Umran. At present, the officials of the 4th MLP Battalion, Sopian, are performing duties in the national capital. Sir, the duties performed by the officials of the battalions are mainly to fight counter-insurgency in the state, maintaining of law and order, securing of government properties, and important establishments in the state. Sir, these battalions also functions as training institutes, conducting basic training for new recruits and in-service training for officials of the department. Sir, moving on to the special branch, deals with collation and dissemination of matters of public and political importance. The branch also deals with providing security to dignitaries, internal security matters, counter-terrorism, safeguarding of vital installations, bomb detection and disposal, and dealing with matters relating to the interstate border. The branch is not only the backbone of the police department, but also of the government machinery. Sir, coming to another specialized unit of the department, which is the Crime Investigation Department, it is worth mentioning that CID organization is headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police. CID has several important wings under its jurisdiction, and these are the NDPS cell, Women's Cell, Fingerprint Bureau, State Forensic Science Laboratory, Economic Offense Wing, Anti-Corruption Bureau, K9 Unit, State Crime Reports Bureau, and the Cybercrime Wing. So these various wings and cells of the Crime Investigation Department perform specific functions such as investigation and supervision of cases relating to drugs, crime against women and children, cybercrime offenses, cases relating to economic offenses and corruption. So in addition to these functions, the other branches such as Forensic Science Laboratory examines biological, physical, chemical and document exhibit forwarded by investigating officers and render expert opinions which are admissible in the court. Sir, the Fingerprint Bureau not only examines exhibits...
Under Rule 300, I would like to raise a point of order, sir. So, according to Rule 157, sir, time limit for disposal of financial business, sir. In addition to the power exercisable under these rules, the Speaker may exercise all such powers as are necessary for the purpose of the timely completion of all financial business, including allotment of time for the disposal of various kinds of such business, and where time is so allotted, he shall at the appointed hour put every caution necessary to dispose of all the outstanding matters in connection with the stage or stages for which time has been allotted. So I think, sir, if we understand the timing The timing is too limited. We have some other cut motions. So may I request, sir, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister to be specific on the question that we have raised.
Sir, but see, I think it is good that I read out all the backgrounds, the history of the police forces, because that is very important. Especially this is the first constituted house where I think everybody needs to know. So therefore, sir, allow me to detail and also to read out all these details. This is not only for the benefit of one or two persons, but it is for the benefit of the members of this house.
So if the minister in the replies to the cut motions will read 15 pages, where are the queries raises only 1 or 2 or 3, I think we are wasting the time of the house, sir.
Sir, I think when I reply, not only to the movers alone, but the reply should also be for the interested of all the honorable members of this august house. That's why, sir, being the first constituted house, I would like to read out all this. But in case, sir, if suppose honorable members, the movers, says that we don't need that, then I will just lay it, I'll just lay it on the floor of the house. And this may also be kindly, ultimately withdraw your court motion. Then I will just lay it on the floor of the house, if that is agreeable, sir.
Sir.
Anyway,
Excuse me,
the
sir.
of the motions wants that it should be a little bit brief, so kindly.
Excuse me, sir. Let me remind the Honorable Minister, the points raised by Arden is in relation to the Chesterfield case. Thank you.
Sir, from the...
And the points raised by me is only about the compensation to the holidays foregone for the police. So we don't need to know all the histories and all those 15 pages of the write-ups. We request the Minister to come specific to the points that we raise. The idea is to save the time of the House so that we can go to many other important cut motions that are still following this.
Sir, right from the opening remarks, I've already clearly said, let me read out the background of the police force in the state of Meghalaya, and then I will also come to those points raised by the honorable members. But it seems the honorable members cannot wait in a longer for days. So if possible, sir, let me place it on the table of the House with a request then that the honorable members of the court motion may kindly be withdrawn.
Sir, I think you can lay that in the table of the House after having clarified the points that we have raised. Then we can discuss about the withdrawal of the court motion.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because this is also part of my reply. It is part of my reply, so why don't you allow me to complete this?
You can complete your reply with a...
You know, sir, because see, by debating like this, no, it ends nowhere. And we are killing time unnecessarily, sir. We are, we are killing time unnecessarily.
Sir.
So by this time, I would have already completed one page of
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, whenever we speak, you always remind us that the time is very short, make it short, make it short. So when the reply comes also, we request that ministers will be brief, not depending on those 15 pages that have been pre-typed.
Sir, in fact, it is better that the honorable members, they get more than what they want. I think that is the blessing in this House. If they get more than what they want, nothing like it. In fact, nothing like it. Well, sir, then let me come to the issue.
Excuse me, sir. We do not want more than what we want.
We ask.
We only want what we requested.
Anyway, let the minister continue his reply with a...
The request is to be brief. The request here is to be brief, sir.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, questions are very simple to ask, because you can ask a question, you know, what is the ECD mission? But then to explain what an ECD mission is and why we're doing it, it requires detailed explanation. So obviously, sir, the answers will always be longer because you have to give the context of where the discussion is happening, what happened in the past, how the situation happened, what are the limitations. You'll have to explain, sir, because the people want to know. And therefore, the honorable members would like to know. But then to explain a particular point, the circumstances and the background has to be given, sir. And therefore, it is necessary for the minister to give the background of the entire situation. And therefore, it's not so simple as to just simply ask a question, why? Because when you say why, then you have to give the entire background of what this. That's when you'll understand and you'll be able to put that particular aspect of that question into context, sir. So therefore, to put it into context, there is no other way but to explain every aspect of this thing. Then you'll understand, because this is a sensitive topic. And hence, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing by giving the background. Once you understand the background, then in the context of the background, you'll be able to understand the reply better. So the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing, sir. But of course, sir, I leave the decision to your wisdom, sir.
Minister concerned to continue his reply, but little bit brief his reply.
So no matter. Sir, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I get confused, but okay. Let me not read out then the history and in fact the generic of the police department as a whole. So coming back to the issues raised by the honorable movers, by Aden Basamoy. Number one is he relates to the statement made by the honorable member Dr. Silingdo that one more tribe was created, and he mentioned that high-level committee tribe. So, as a responsible elected members of this August House, I never expected such a statement to be made. If only you can produce the documentary proof, nothing like it, sir. But just for the hearsay, for the interest of speaking, I think that is totally wrong. So we don't accept, government does not at all accept this kind of statement made by the honorable member that we need to create one more tribes in Meghalaya. Honorable member from Nongkrem side, he raised that the police force in fact are very capable enough handling the issues of law and order or any criminal activities that has happened in the state of Meghalaya. They are doing well, and he mentioned that the only point where they fail is because somebody or maybe the political masters seems to be controlling everything for the duty of right or for the duty of wrong. Let me clarify here, sir. The government at any point of time has given full free hand to the police force to handle things, be it criminal issues, be it law and order issues, or be it any issues relating to safety, security of the people of the state. The government never interfere that at any point of time. And they are really capable. So whatever you say, they are really capable. I think it reflects the statement made by the honorable member from Nongkrem relating to, again, the statement made by the honorable member from Umsning high-level committee. Sir, this word high-level committee is always in the market. And at that point of time, when the MDA-1 was there, being the spokesperson of the government, I keep clarifying myself by saying, why don't you bring the members of that committee, or why not file FIR against that so-called high-level committee members, if there is any. But it seems ultimately it's just like a political speech. At the end of the day happens. So, sir, I would like to say the police force in Meghalaya are handling the duties very, very well, no doubt about it. And as far as the case that arrest of late Chirish Thankhiu is concerned, sir, in fact, everything has been already laid on the table of the House, along with the action taken report from the government. And I would like to update, since the honorable member wanted to know the status of this instant subject. Sir, the government has already issued explanation call to the concerned team. And number two, now we just received the explanation call just few weeks back, and now the government will examine in detail what is next to be done, what action should be taken. As of now, I cannot say anything on that, sir. But it is not that we want to delay things to happen. But let me assure the honorable members and this August House, the members of this August House, that the pending issue, as already recommended by the inquiry commission, government will take action accordingly. That as of now, this is the issue where I would like to clarify, which is also asked by the honorable member from Nongkren constituency, Ba Aden Basaromoy. And relating to CISF, the order of the Honorable High Court, sir, let me clarify. As far as the performance of the state police force, we are capable enough. We can do it, but I will not talk much about the Honorable High Court ruling. So let us see, but let me assure this August House that our police force are equipped enough to handle things in the state of Meghalaya. Then the point raised by the honorable member from Umsning, Dr. Selingdo, relating to the grievances of the police personnel. Sir, I think the point is very, very valid, where these issues of grievances of the police personnel, be it male or female, I would like to assure the honorable member, the mover of this commission, I will examine, I will go through all this, and we would like to also boost up, in fact, the moral of the police force in the state of Meghalaya. And as far as modernization, sir, yes, very soon after this budget session, myself and my team will meet the Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, to also discuss more important modernization which needs to be improved in the police forces, be it traffic issue, be it criminal issue, be it any other issues, that I would like to assure the honorable members of this August House that we will discuss this with the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, sir, I think with this few clarification I made as far as these issues raised by the honorable movers, both by Aden Basamoit and Dr. Srilondo, I would like to, before I take my seat, sir, I would like to request to both of them to kindly withdraw their commotion so that we can pass this demand of grant for the interest of the police forces in the state of Nagaland.
Thank you. Now, may I know the minds of the movers, whether he would like to withdraw his cut motion? No?
Sir, I don't think that the minister has been able to satisfy, and his reply is not satisfactory, sir, because my question is very specific when it comes to the killing of late Chesterfield. Thank you. Who gave the order for the execution of late Chesterfield? Thank you. That is very specific, sir. Under whose instruction that these police personnel resort to killing the former General Secretary of the HNLC, sir?
Sir, that's what I've explained. See, stage by stage. That's what we already issue explanation call to the team. So right now I cannot say anything who has given the order or from where the order comes from until unless we go through all the explanation call which we already issued just few months back, sir.
So may I know the minds of the movers?
So, sir, may I know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, in that case, what was the original plan? Whether the plan of the government is to arrest this fellow alive or to find a way how to eliminate him?
Sir, yes, sir, very clear. It is to arrest. Because I think, sir, let us not forget one thing. Since the report was already placed on the table of the House and it became also a public domain, let us read out line by line. We should not only read for that portion who committed this. I think we need to go holistically. Then we will understand the gravity of the case. Why it happened, how it happened, what is going to happen. I think that is the whole idea where we need to. But of course, what I do understand from the honourable members, his concern is whether the government, when they send the operation team, is it for killing or is it for arresting? Surely, sir, it is for arresting.
So I think as a responsible member, when we raise the issue, we just don't pick up the line that we want to raise. We have gone through the report, and this is not a case where we encounter a militant in a forest or somewhere. It is a case where a person is lying on his bed, and unfortunately that person was not caught alive and was killed. So it is very simple, sir.
Minister has replied that the report is already there, and then they will study, the government will study the report and find out the person who is responsible leading to the killings of the former General Secretary of the HNLC. That's